Hi everybody, it's Brittany here with my latest update. I am sorry I haven't been around for a little while. There's been lots going on and I just haven't had a chance to make a video. And I hope that you're still interested in my content and what it is that I'm putting out. If you're watching this, thank you very much. So first of all, let me apologise for my voice. I once again have the flu. So it is affecting the sound of my voice quite a bit. It's not as bad as what it was on Friday. Here I am trying to be my fabulous feminine self and I'm sounding like Barry White on video calls. So it's getting better, but if I cough and sneeze during this, I apologise in advance because it's probably going to happen. Okay, so what's been happening? So just a quick update on some timelines. I'm about 12 days off being on feminizing hormones for 8 months. 8 months. And I remember asking the question to a lot of you, a lot of the women who've come before me, and I've asked the question, when did it really start to happen for you? When did you really notice the physical changes? When did you really notice the mental and psychological changes? And the most people, the consensus was around that 8-month mark. So I've got to say that that's feeling like it's happening. It's feeling like it's the same for me too. The last doctor's appointment I had, I think I recorded in my last update that she'd said to me, okay, you've been on this for over 6 months now, you're doing really well, you haven't had any side effects, your body has really taken to the hormones. We've got a couple of options here. Do you want to go slow and steady on the path that we've been on, or do we really want to hit the accelerator and kick this into gear? And I said, of course, let's hit the accelerator. So she doubled my regime from 200 micrograms to 400 micrograms, so from 2 patches to 4 patches twice a week. And I think they might have had their desired effect. It's really reinvigorated the sensation, the sore boob thing that kind of happened before. That's kind of kicked back again, and I was getting a bit worried because it sort of disappeared, and I wasn't having like the nipple sensation and all the stuff that was going on before. And I've noticed now, and I'm starting to get a little bit worried because like I've got some really decent sized breast buds still in there under the nipple. It's like they've kind of come back with a vengeance sort of thing, you know. They were there at the first when they first started to be noticeable, and then when I got to about like a bit in between an A and a B cup, they kind of just went away and everything was all the same consistency and soft and everything. But now I've moved into non-padded Bs and it's pretty cool. So I just wonder where we'll go from here. So yeah, somehow the conversation always comes back to my boobs. But hey, as a trans woman, what's one of the most exciting things of transitioning? These puppies, right? So again, if you knew me from the past and that makes your skin crawl a bit, don't watch. Anyway, so yeah, look, I've had my fair share of downs. I'll cover those off first because I always like to leave on a positive. So like we know when we sign up, this isn't going to be easy street. We know there's going to be some challenges, and I've still faced my fair share of those challenges. Yeah, I had another bout of really intense PMT, and it just kicked in that whole depression. I don't want to do people. I just want to stay in bed. But obviously you still need to get up and function. Funny, having the flu, my wife actually said to me, you can't say you've got man flu anymore. I said, you're right. So I got up, made lunches, made breakfasts, got my laptop out. I worked from home for the day and I had one of the most productive days I've had in ages. Anyway, so yeah, and look, it's still an adjustment for us as a relationship, as a couple, as a family, as friends. There's still things we're working out. It's not all sorry, it's not all said and done. It's an evolving situation, right? So anyway, we're working through it. We're trying to be as positive as we can, and my wife and I are just closer than ever before. And outside of the couple of little rocky moments we've had, the key is to communicate and to talk through them, because without communication, it really gets difficult. Especially with me, because I start to catastrophize, my mind races to the worst case scenario, and then I sort of make that my reality and work backwards, and then I kind of convince myself that the worst is going to happen, right? When really it's not even close to that. So by communicating timely, we can avoid all that kind of stuff. So that's just how my brain works. And I think that's just an inbuilt paranoia of a transgendered person. Agree with me if you do, or if you think that's a lot of rubbish. I'll welcome your opinion as well. Oh, look, you know, I went and got my license updated today, and the concierge at the front desk, I walked up looking like this, right? So, I don't know, I think I look feminine, I think I look female, and he says, "Can I help you, sir?" I'm like, really? And I go, you know what? Whatever. I'm here to change my license. I'm here to update my photo. And it's like, oh, okay. But the lady who served me at the counter, she was lovely, and we got that done. So yay, I've updated the photo of my license. So we're going away on a trip in a little while, just a short little getaway without the children. Going off down interstate for a party, so really looking forward to that. So we're in full swing, dress shopping and outfit shopping. Speaking of shopping, so if my sister's watching this, thank you for last weekend. Had a wonderful shopping trip with my sister, my mum and my wife and me. And it's still nice to be referred to as ladies when you walk into a store or when you're ordering food. It's still a lovely experience for me. So yeah, actually I bought this beautiful pink top. I bought this business skirt to go with my blue. I've got the matching jacket. I bought, what is it, a Parisian pleated skirt with stripes on it, and bought this long camel coloured coat for winter. So and my wife bought a nice little party dress as well, which I might end up wearing. It's a little bit short, but hey, I'm daring. So yeah, shopping, wonderful experiences. So I got my nails done. Finally got them done right. I googled a picture, an image of French polish, which is what I desperately wanted done. And so I went into the salon. I said, "This is what I want." She said, "Okay, no worries," and that's what I got. So they're acrylics. I've wanted these only my whole life. Now I have them. So now I have the job of having them infilled and you know, touched up every 3 or 4 weeks. So what? I love it. I do. And the reason I had the nails put on, besides just wanting them, was that I went to my very first baby shower as a woman. So that was lovely. It was my sister-in-law's. The very first time I hadn't had to explain myself, to tell people my story. Nothing was mentioned about being transgender the whole day. And not that that's, it's not a bad thing. I'm more than happy, hello, what am I doing right now, to tell people my story. But it was just nice to have a function where I could just be me, and I was just accepted as just one of the girls. So yeah, that was really lovely. I had a night out on Thursday night. I caught up with an old friend, and I hadn't seen her for, we figured out, almost 20 years probably. So she was at my wedding, and she's moved interstate. She was coming over to catch up with some girlfriends and said, "Hey, would you like to come out for drinks?" And I said, "Well, why not? I'll come out for a drink or two." 2 o'clock in the morning, I get home. So yeah, what a crazy night that was. Beautiful to catch up. And again, her friends, she said, I didn't tell any of my friends about your identity, and I hadn't met any of these people before, I didn't think. And then as the night was moving on, we're just talking and so on, there was a few comments about, is your husband at home today with the kids, you know? Because I'd said I'd had kids. I have children. And yeah, the comment was, is your husband at home looking after kids? And I went, you know what? I don't have a husband. I have a wife. And they go, oh, okay, all right, good for you. And I said, and I'm a transgender woman. And they went, oh, wow. And I don't know if they were just, again, making me feel nice, being nice people, or they genuinely didn't know. And so I told them a bit of my story, not all of it, just the highlight reel. And they were like really intrigued, and really wanted to ask me questions. Everyone was really interested in my story. So there was that. Yeah, so 2 o'clock in the morning. And so we ended up going to this place in Sydney called Stonewall. That's one of the oldest kind of queer bars that there is on Oxford Street in the city. So what an experience that was for me. So I realised when I walked in that I've never actually been in the presence of another transgendered person before. Obviously online, I'm chatting with everybody, and you know, but in person's a different story. And So as we arrive, we get out of the cab, and there's this group of drag queen that they were performing there earlier that night. And, you know, they're absolutely ultra glamorous. They're like 7 foot tall, the huge big wigs and the boots and all the sparkly clothes and the dramatic makeup and everything, you know, like they're performers. They're drag performers, right? And I'm like, well, that's cool, because I've never been anywhere. I've seen them on TV, but never been in the presence of them and of those performers. I was like, wow, this is really cool. And then I walked into the bar, and we were bought drinks and things, which was really cool. And up on the stage, there was music playing. It's like a nightclub, right? And there's all these gorgeous trans women up on the stage, and they would have probably been in their late 20s, maybe early 30s or something. I don't know, I'm not a good judge of age, but they were just gorgeous. And you could tell they were trans girls. I think they were. I shouldn't judge, but I just felt so comfortable and very welcome there. So instead of, actually one of my first thoughts when I walked in the door was, oh my God, thank God I'm not the tallest person in the room, because being at my height, I do feel a bit self-conscious at times walking into rooms, and I'm quite tall, and I'm wearing heels, and I'm wearing bright pink, and like, it's so much for me just wanting to blend, right? That's what I said to my wife early on. Oh, I got sun coming in. It was like, I just want to blend. I don't like using the passing word, but I just want to blend in. I don't want people to notice me. I just want to just get about my day and not be seen. And could I find a brighter pink? Anyway, so that was really cool. That was a really good experience. We had Mother's Day since I last did an update. So my first Mother's Day. So the boys, our two boys made us breakfast in bed. I was given gifts. There was a Mother's Day card. So another first. And we kind of tweaked it a bit to say, do we call it Mother's Day or Parents' Day? Because then when Father's Day rolls around, we can have another bite of the cherry and have 2 days per year. So there's some of the really good things that are going on. I think back to the physical again, of course. I think my body shape's definitely changing. My waist has definitely come in. I'm actually starting to get some meat on my bottom, which is really cool, and I feel it when I'm walking. I can feel it sort of jiggling, I suppose, a little bit, and it's changed the way that I've walked. And I actually try to focus when I'm walking, you know, boobs out, head up, butt out, and then I kind of had this bit of a walk going on, whereas I felt a bit like I think the words I used before was wounded giraffe, where now I feel like I'm actually starting to get a bit of movement about me, so that's lovely as well. Everything else is going great. I'm still exercising. It's winter here now. It's now the sixth day of winter, and it's cold. It's gotten so cold. So there's that, and it's pretty much skirts every day at work. I recall saying to my wife, this was, you know, just fantasizing back in the good old days before I'd even made my own realization. It was like, oh, you know, if it was okay to wear skirts to work, I'd just wear skirts to work every day. You'd never see me in pants again. Guess what? It's now okay for me to wear skirts to work, and I have bought myself a full wardrobe of them, and this is pretty much me every day. I'm standing out at work today in the absolute freezing cold, and the cold air is blowing up my skirt. And some of the ladies I was talking to are like, good day to wear a skirt, Brittany. I'm like, I'm a slave to fashion. I don't care. I've waited 48 years to wear skirts to work, so God damn it. Sorry if that's blasphemy to anybody. Damn it, I'm wearing a skirt to work, even in the middle of winter when it's like freezing cold. But look, I wear leggings. I wear, like, you know, opaque leggings and stuff. So I do my best to try to keep warm. I don't know if any of this has been of any interest to anybody. You know, what 49,000 views, I think, just a smidge over. 5,000 subscribers. You guys are wonderful. So thanks again for watching my content. It really is about nothing, right? It's like everybody wanted a sequel to Seinfeld, so here we are. Brittany, the Seinfeld sequel, the YouTube channel about absolutely nothing except for one girl's experience in her transition, in being a transgender person. So if this is still of interest to you, keep on watching, and as things transpire, I will continue to post. I'm probably going to do a 8-month post. I think it's mandatory, right? I have to do it, and I might go into a bit more detail about the physical and the mental changes, not so much about the life experiences that I've been having. So, all right, well, thank you once again for watching. Thanks for enduring. You're an absolute champion for getting through 15.5 minutes of me just waffling on. Thanks again. Bye-bye.